another Sustainability Sunday series video. Thanks for bearing with me through last week's, a little bit of a break, so to speak, but this week we will just jump right back into it. And I know our last video before the little break, I think, was not kind of, like what we have been doing so far. With going through the house and talking about some of our favorite sustainable swaps, but we are going to jump back into that today. And I think we're all done in the kitchen, so we're going to keep moving through the house. The room that's attached to my kitchen is my bedroom, so for that reason we're going to go that way. My house is kind of like a big circle, doesn't matter, but that's like the map I'm following inside my head. And also the bathroom, we're kind of going to kind of combine the bathroom and the bedroom because there's some products that kind of go back and forth, live in both places maybe. So let's just jump right into it. I have got all of the stuff here laid out and ready to go. I am going to start with Native deodorant. They make other stuff. I specifically just use the deodorant because it's the only plastic-free deodorant that I've found that actually works for me. I know there's a lot of other natural deodorants, plastic-free deodorants, that type of thing. This one actually works for me. A lot of natural ones do not, and I think that is something that a lot of other people maybe know what I'm talking about and have dealt with that, the natural ones not working super well, but this one actually does. And it's completely cardboard compostable. It's this just goes right into the compost and breaks down super easily. I've already put several of them through the compost and I've had no problems there. And then you just it reminds me of Push Pops from, I mean, they probably still exist, but I haven't had them since I was little, but it's like a push pop type thing. So you just kind of slide it up and that's how it works. Our next product is, I don't know, the company Girlfriend Collective, and they make a few different things. They make leggings, I think they make underwear, I could be wrong, but the thing that I specifically have from them that I like are sports bras. Like I said, they make other things too. They do make leggings and stuff. I just didn't need any, so I didn't buy them. The sports bras were really the thing that I needed when I sought out a more sustainable, ethically produced alternative to regular sports bras. And I found the Girlfriend Collective, and they're really cool. They take, I think it's fishing line and plastic water bottles, and they divert them from landfill, and they make activewear and stuff with it. So like I said, I only use the sports bras, or have only tried the sports bras, I should say. And there are styles, of course, that I like more than others, but that's just a personal preference thing. The brand itself is amazing. I love them. I particularly love this sports bra that I have. It's nice, firm, good support. Let's see if it has... It doesn't... Okay, so it doesn't have the style name on here, but maybe if I do remember, I'll put it below. But anyway, they are, all the good things. You can buy them from Earth Hero on the website. And again, I know I've talked about Earth Hero before, but they kind of vet the entire process of the production and all of that in the entire company. So Girlfriend Collective is a company I feel good supporting. And yeah, so that, and then I have some She Thinks. I'm not sure which. I mean, I know it's both. I've seen both on their website, but whatever. Different products. These are just regular underwear that I have here, bikini style, just regular underwear. These are the sleeper shorts, so they're you can see shorts, but they have kind of an underwear type lining on the inside of them. And then these are super cool, and they're workout leggings, but they have the lining in them, so they're like period workout leggings. Now, I just want to start by saying that recently Thinx has come under a little bit of fire, so to speak, for having certain like chemicals in their products that they apparently were disclosing, blah blah blah. I don't know a lot about it, so I'm not gonna get into it, but I did just want to throw that out there so you are aware of that. You know, I got an email that was basically like there's a class action lawsuit. So all of that to say, I am a little bit more hesitant about this particular brand, but that doesn't mean that there aren't, you know, the whole point of it is that I wanted to talk about the other ways that you can deal with your period, because it doesn't have to be pads and tampons and all of the single-use products. I know that, I don't know, there's a lot of different thoughts and feelings about periods, and I totally understand why it's like a weird thing for some people. I don't think it needs to be, but I understand, and I can understand that for some people they want the single-use things. It's kind of like they don't want to use a Diva Cup or something like that. I think these are a really great alternative to using something like a Diva Cup. They're very comfortable. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a diaper. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a pad. I don't really personally like pads, but it doesn't feel like that. And I will say that I use them like in combination with tampons as well. So I wasn't going to talk about the tampons that I use in this video, and maybe I still will talk more about them in a later video, but you can buy, there are a ton of great companies out there that have organic cotton. It's ethically sourced, and you can choose for a plastic-free applicator, so it doesn't come in any plastic. It just comes like the tampons in one box altogether, and you just can use it that way. And I actually saw recently something that was advertised to me, which is like, it's kind of cool, I guess, but it was like a keep forever tampon applicator. So you would essentially, you know, buy the tampons like I was saying before without the applicator, and then like stick it inside this applicator that you can then use over and over and over again. That's a cool idea. And if you were someone that like needs an applicator, like you cannot use a tampon without them, go ahead and look for that and buy it or whatever. But I don't really think it's super necessary. Like, I put tampons in all the time without an applicator, and it's like no big deal. So I don't think it's necessary, but like if you truly think you would use it, maybe consider that. But yeah, back to the Thinx. So I don't use these all the time 24/7 when I'm on my period. I do use them in combination with the tampons, and that's why I especially like the sleeper shorts, because I don't want to wear a tampon to bed. I hate the feeling of pads, but these are just like very comfy, and yeah, they're perfect for bedtime. And the workout leggings are perfect for working out, because again, I hate wearing a tampon when working out. It's like physically painful sometimes, and I don't want to wear a pad. Like, I don't want to deal with it. So these are perfect for working out. So I would say the sleeper shorts and the pants are the two that I use the most. TMI maybe, fun fact about me, I don't really wear underwear that much in general. So these I do have and I will wear, like if I'm wearing jeans or something, but the workout and the sleep are the two that I get the most use out of for sure. And like I said, if this stuff with, look into the brand, look into the things that have been coming out with them with as far as like the chemicals that are inside of them and stuff. And don't buy the brand if you're uncomfortable with it, but also consider that there are a ton of other brands that have very similar products that you could probably find and whatever, have some success with. So that brings me to, it's the end of our video basically, and brings me to our action for the video today. And it's not weird, but buy clothes secondhand. There is the clothing, I don't want to call it the clothing crisis. I don't want to throw crisis at the end of everything, but it is just such a huge deal, and constantly buying new clothes, the fast fashion thing. Like, I'm probably going to do a whole video about it in the future, and I actually just released a podcast episode, or will be releasing a podcast episode about it this week, if you wanted to go check that out. But yeah, it's a huge problem, and there's a lot of, I think can be a lot of shame and stigma around buying secondhand for one reason or another, and I just think it's ridiculous. And if there is something that you need, I'm not saying go out and treat secondhand clothing like fast fashion, like you don't need to abuse the system of secondhand clothing, but the next time that you need something, if you're like, oh, I really need a new pair of jeans, I need a new jacket, consider buying it secondhand. Go look, be a little patient if you can, and maybe spend a little bit more time checking these stores, and you're going to find something that's really awesome. Probably for cheaper too, and it's going to be way more sustainable. There are too many pieces of clothing on this planet. Just like a quick fun fact, in 2018, I know because I was just looking into it, so it's like fresh in my brain, but the EPA reported that in 2018, there was something like 17... Let me back up. I'm just going to say, in 2018, we only recycled 15% of all textiles that we produced, which is just so much, and the rest of it went to landfill or was burned. So it's just like, why are we buying new clothes all the time when there are perfectly good pieces of clothing that already exist in the world? Like, we don't need to make new ones. We don't need to waste the water, waste the resources, waste the labor, exploit the labor to make the clothing when we already have it. So, if you can, buy secondhand, check out your thrift store, check out places like Poshmark. Poshmark has grown so much. It's pretty crazy. I remember being in college and Poshmark was like kind of coming out. It's probably like almost 10 years ago. And it's really just crazy to see how much it has grown. I just re-downloaded it for the first time, like literally since college, and I already was able to sell so many things like in a very short amount of time. Like it is a whole happening marketplace over there. So yeah, go check it out. Buy secondhand, reduce and reuse. Those are the first two. Recycle, it matters, but reduce and reuse, those are the big ones. So yeah, until next time, reduce